Hey everybody, this is Natalie from Power Moon Tarot. Welcome to your reading. Today's reading is called Tips for Manifesting a Higher Level Soulmate. And we're going to have a pick a card. We have 3 different piles here. And before I start that though, I'm going to give you guys some tips for manifesting a higher level soulmate, even before I start your reading. And if you don't want to hear the tips, you can go directly to the reading. Also, if you are interested in today's reading and you find it helpful, make sure to check out my other channel, Light of Ascension Tarot. Link will be in the description box. And because I do more of these types of readings on that channel. And actually I just did a video for, discussing your themes for Mercury retrograde, because we are in a Mercury retrograde right now. So let's go ahead and get into it. So this whole video came about because somebody left me a comment and was like, I think it was on my When Will You Marry video. Like, somebody left a comment saying tarot readers always tell her that she's going to end up with a karmic, or she's going to manifest a karmic. And I was like, wow, well, what readers are telling you that, first of all? And, second of all, there are some things that we can do to better align ourselves with the energy of finding a higher level soulmate. And if you haven't found a higher level soulmate yet, it's all good, because I am 41 years old and I met a higher level soulmate when I was 40. So, it just goes to show, just goes to tell, you never, just goes to show you never can tell, right? So, and I've been, I've had many relationships over, my 25 plus years of having relationships. I've been married, I've been divorced. So I've definitely been through, a lot of my own relationship ups and downs. And my hope here is to share some tips with you guys, okay? So I'm going to share some tips right now for manifesting a higher level soulmate, and then we'll get into each pile, okay? So first of all, when you're trying to, and I have a list here, so I'm reading from my list right now. When you're trying to manifest a higher level soulmate, timing is everything. And sometimes things just take longer. And, we have a whole lifetime to figure this out. So if some of you guys are feeling really pressured on this issue, take a couple deep breaths, back it up, rewind, and, work with your own energy for a little bit, okay? Because all of our, the time, the evolution, the growth that we spend working on ourselves, as we level ourselves up, we are also leveling up on, soulmate potential as well, okay? Or just finding that person that you really align with or that you really resonate with, and having a really great relationship, okay? Another thing I'm going to tell you is don't be afraid to make mistakes or learn lessons in relationships, okay? I made a lot of mistakes in relationships. I'm okay with that. I learned my lesson. Sometimes I was the bad guy. Sometimes the other person was the bad guy. It's been a learning process for sure. And I'm still in that learning process. Don't be afraid, like I said, to make mistakes or learn lessons. It's part of our growth, okay? And, but one thing I will tell you is, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't be afraid to learn lessons, but don't let anyone control you financially, and continue to cultivate your talents and abilities, okay? And that has been very important for me to learn, especially as a woman. I understood that from a very early age. I was, I had a single parent household. I grew up in a rather poor family, a lot of women in my family, and, watched a lot of the women around me sort of put themselves in these positions with men where they were really relying on them, to a large extent. And I think that can be, and I'm not a person that says, a woman shouldn't stay home and shouldn't raise children. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying, control your own destiny financially, and continue to cultivate your talents and abilities, no matter what it is that you do, okay? And one quote that I heard was, you know, fuck them, do your work anyway, okay? So if somebody hurts you, if somebody, you know, there's been a lot of times over the years that I felt like I was gonna crush under the weight of heartbreak. You know, it didn't happen. I continued on, and I love my life and I love where things are today, okay? So keep fighting for yourself, keep pushing for yourself, save your money, and protect your interests, okay? And that kind of gives you the ability as a woman or a man, I'm not just speaking to women here, but your ability as a woman or a man to make a little more mistakes, to learn a little more lessons when, you know, literally the rug isn't being pulled out from underneath you and like on a survival level, okay? And, you know, I saw that all around me growing up, so I'm very familiar with that energy, but, you know, I think that as men and women on this planet, we have to be independent and responsible for ourselves. Yes, we can fall in love. Yes, we can depend on each other. But, you know, this is the hard knocks. This is the school of hard knocks. So we have to keep pushing for ourselves no matter what, okay? If a relationship starts to affect your productivity or your goals, it's maybe time to consider letting it go. Okay, and this happens when a relationship is dragging on your confidence and your progress in life. It's my personal belief that, you know, setting up an earth incarnation is not an easy thing to do. And although we have many lifetimes, it's been a real bitch to get to where we are today. Think of this, you have to be born, you have to grow up, you have to, you know, when you're a child, you're essentially powerless. It's not like you can pack up your bags and say, oh, I'll just go live off on my own and have a job when you're 10 years old, okay? It takes a lot to build yourself up. And especially when we go through the veil of forgetting, when we're born onto this planet, okay? It takes a lot to get back to ourselves. So, you know, take your incarnation seriously. Take your work on this planet seriously. And don't let anybody drag on your confidence or your progress. Now, I have let people drag on my confidence and drag on my progress. But, you know, once I realized what was happening, it was like, boom, I would cut it, okay? And you have to be comfortable in this lifetime to walk away sometimes, even if it hurts, okay? And for instance, I saw some girlfriends of mine, one in particular, she was in a really bad relationship. She kept going back and going back and going back. She'd say, I'm cutting the cord. I'm not going to do this anymore. Then he would come back. Then she would go back. And, you know, he was really hurting her business financially. He used to go into her place of work and yell at her, you know, and just scream at her in her own business. And, you know, and I'm not trying to pick on the men here because I know women can be just as bad to men as well. But, you know, what I'm saying here is that, you know, if someone is affecting your progress in life and your confidence, it's time to let it go, okay? And we have to make those sacrifices sometimes in life to stay on our path, to find someone better, to align to our greater destiny, and to, you know, eliminate some of the needless suffering that we tend to kind of go through over and over on this planet, okay? And then the fourth tip that I'm going to give you here is do your life purpose, because it will put you on the path and it will help you find those that love you for who you are and what your passions are, okay? For me personally, my life purpose was directly tied to finding a higher level soulmate. In fact, had I not started this channel, had I not be doing the work that I was doing right now, I might not have ever met the person that I'm with now. And, you know, and the person that I'm with now, much of an upgrade for me, much upgrading going on when we're talking about finding a higher level soulmate, okay? So my recommendation is, you know, no matter your fear, no matter whatever it is that's holding you back, I can't do it, I'm not sure, right? I'm just telling you guys, go towards your life purpose. And if you don't know what your life purpose is, spend some time working on that and connecting to your life purpose, because when you're doing it, even if you have to do it as a side hustle, even if you have to do it, you know, as a hobby at first, when you are attached to your life purpose, You are going to meet people on your path that, you know, are more aligned to what your purpose is on this planet. And that is one of the number one hints that I can give you for manifesting a soulmate, okay? And the other thing I'm going to say is, you know, each karmic relationship that I had, and I don't even like the term karmic, really. I mean, each relationship that taught me a deep lesson, is how I would say it, brought me closer and closer towards my spirituality, brought me deeper into my spirituality, brought me deeper into my core. You know, a lot of people, when they experience heartbreak, they shut themselves off completely. But for me, it had the opposite effect of bringing me deeper into myself, okay? And, you know, and bringing me deeper into my spirituality. And I also think, you know, that's important too for manifesting a higher level soulmate, is doing your own spiritual work, all right? And when I'm talking about, you know, meeting people in the spiritual community and connecting with people in the spiritual community as a higher level soulmate, I want to give you guys a little word of caution here, okay? I need everyone to be careful in spiritual communities. There's a lot of narcissistic people that hide out in spiritual communities. They're obsessed with fame. They're obsessed with their position. They use their position to seduce others, okay? As an example, there's some very well-known male astrologers who, you know, very prominent figures in the astrological community that over the last, you know, 3 to 5 years have been completely exposed for the predators that they are, okay? And, you know, it's ruined their careers, it's ruined their credibility, but it also has had a profound effect on the people that they victimized, okay? So that is, you know, and I'm not just saying that to pick on the guys. There are female readers, for instance, that use their channel as a way, or use their talents and spiritual gifts as a way to put their psychosis on other people, where everything's a sign, everything means something, and it's almost like they involve you in their psychosis and in their narcissism, okay? So when you're playing in the spiritual community, when you're recognizing your life purpose, when you're on that path, just be very careful and very discerning along the way. And one way to do that is to take the time you need to get to know someone, so that you can see them in a variety of situations. You can see them when they're sick, when they're tired, when something doesn't go their way, all right? And I'm not one of those people that really thinks that opposites attract. I mean, they do, in the sense that it can be sexy and fun and all of that, but if your core beliefs are completely different than the person that you're with, and you're not in alignment, then, you know, there's not a lot of, you know, it's just not a lot there. And it feels good to be with someone who is of a similar mindset and consciousness as you are, where you can learn and grow from one another, you know. And I think even in those relationships where you're aligned on your core values, you can have a person that's good at one thing and another person that's good at another thing. Great, you can teach each other, but you're aligned on your core values. And I think that actually creates more longevity and compatibility and comfort in a connection. I remember I had a boyfriend once who told me, when we were talking about living together, he told me, I don't want any crystals in my house with you. I want none, no crystals whatsoever. And I'd never heard him say this before. I was completely dumbfounded, because I'm thinking to myself, well, even if you don't believe in crystals or woo-woo or whatever, right? I mean, it's a pretty rock. What do you care, right? So, you know, and you hear these things come out, right? And when you hear these things, guys, pay attention, take note. That isn't a person that you want to be with anyway. It's going to feel like you're squeezing yourself into a tiny fucking box that doesn't allow you to have your full expression. Now you might go, oh, crystals, it's not that big of a deal, right? Well, it was to me, because I was in a point in my life where I still love crystals, but you know, I was in a point in my life where that really mattered to me. And hearing him say that, I mean, it was interesting, you guys, because in my heart, I still wanted to be with him, but in my mind, I knew that it just wasn't gonna work. And you know, and it's heartbreaking. It makes you feel angry. I was with that person for over a year. We were very close. We traveled together internationally. I went to his family reunion with him. I mean, there was a lot of chemistry between us, all of these things, right? And but hearing things like that, it's like, okay, we are not aligned, we don't have the same values and goals, and I can't really be myself around you. That's a problem, okay? So these are some of the things that I want you guys to look at as far as manifesting your higher level soulmate, okay? So you don't have to settle for karmics. You don't have to put your back against the wall because of financial issues, or because you you thought it was going to work out, and you kind of heard signals and signs, but you knew underneath it wasn't going to work out, okay? So I just want everybody to be aware of that and do your life purpose, because it will put you in touch with others who love and respect you for who you are. Okay, so thank you so much on that. I hope that that was helpful for you guys as far as manifesting a higher level soulmate, okay? Now we are going to go ahead and get into the reading. I feel like I'm sweating. I was already like pre-channeling here, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it. Pile number 1 is the yellow tea light. If you're into pile number 1, you're going to choose the yellow tea light. If you're into pile number 2, you're going to choose the orange tea light. If you're into pile number 3, you're going to choose the white tea light. So that's pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. And you can go directly to my description box below to click on your pile. And feel free to watch more than one pile. There may be multiple messages for you today. And for those of you that would like to follow me on Instagram or TikTok, details for how to do so are in my description box. So let's go ahead and get into it. And let us begin. Okay, let's clear the energy. All right, let's do it. Pile number 1, welcome to your reading. You chose the yellow tea light, and today's reading is called Tips for Manifesting Your Higher Level Soulmate, okay? And we're just going to talk about that in this reading. You know, what is it that you're doing along your path to manifest a higher level soulmate? What still needs to be done? How you can manifest a higher level soulmate? And, you know, at the beginning of this reading, I gave some tips for manifesting a higher level soulmate, some general tips. So if you weren't able to listen to my intro, go ahead. If you feel so inclined, go back and listen to my intro if you missed it, because I do give you guys some really great tips there for manifesting a high level soulmate, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it. Spirits, angels, and guides, please be with me now as I work into the energy of my beautiful pile number 1s in the yellow tea light, activating the solar plexus, connecting us to higher level information at this time. Please and thank you. Okay, I'm getting the name Janessa, or a name like that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it, everybody. Sometimes I get names or signs. I'm getting a peace sign right now too. I don't know if somebody here has a piece of jewelry or a picture or earrings or a wall decoration. Or if you saw a peace sign on a sign recently, but I am getting that, okay, pile number 1. So I'm also getting the C names. So let's go ahead and get into it for my beautiful pile number 1s. And let's talk about your tips for manifesting a higher level soulmate. Throat chakra. Okay, so say what you mean what you say, and don't be afraid to ask for what you want, all right? And, you know, the throat chakra, the heart chakra is right before the throat chakra. So what we really want in our heart, not, you know, what our head is telling us, but what our heart is telling us here with the throat chakra. We have the Hermit card here, so we have some Virgo energy. And yeah, I feel like you guys are like, you know, in the past when I was speaking up about what I wanted, when I was sharing what I needed, or trying to tell someone, you know, this is what I need from a lover, or trying to express my needs, I feel like I was left out in the cold. I feel like I was left alone, abandoned. I feel like everybody else was, you know, with their partner and having a great time, and I just saw my partnerships kind of flickering out, okay? Or not being very stable at times. And I feel like some of you guys in pile number one, you're like, you know, hey, I felt like for a long time I was just going to be alone. And you might have expressed that to people here with the throat chakra. We have trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith, right? So the hermit is like, I need evidence, right? Everything I've seen is to the contrary. So I need to have some evidence here, Natalie. And Spirit is saying, you know, love for you, pile number one, is about developing a sense of trust, okay? Free yourself. So if there's any connections that have made you feel abandoned, lonely, if there was cheating, or things like that, or connections that were just very like a light, they flickered on, they flickered off. Spirit is saying free yourself from those connections. It's time to take back control of your life. And I talked about that in the intro about, you know, making sure that we're always progressing on our path, that we have full control of our life and we haven't given that over to anyone else, right? I feel like some of you guys are like, yeah, I have given control over to other people and they've hurt me and I felt used and disappointed. Deception, exactly. Yeah. And you know, but the thing is you guys have a way of always finding out the truth, and the sun shines on the truth here with the yellow tea light and this throat chakra. I also feel like you guys don't really miss a beat. We could have Virgo and Scorpionic energy here too, but I feel like you're not Aquarius possibly as well. I feel like you guys are not missing a beat on much, okay? And, you know, it's like where there's one lie, there's probably multiple lies underneath is what I see, okay? And for a lot of you guys, I feel like your angels and your guides, they let you know when someone is, you know, trying to pull one over on you. And, you know, you guys have may even surprised some people in your life with what you know or what you find out, because I think you do notice the details quite easily, okay? And there has been a sense of deception and losing trust, all right? So we're going to address that. Divine destiny. The divine warrior is within you, helping you to continue with a worthy path, even during times of difficulty. When faced with a challenge, a true warrior will summon more of him or herself to the cause. That's right. When your chips are down, I just got the chills. When your chips are down, a true warrior pushes yourself further, right? And it's like, even though you've been through these situations that have been very saddening, very disappointing, it's like you guys, you know, you don't give up. And I love that here, okay? A true warrior will summon more of him or herself to the cause. It might be by bringing more wisdom, focus, or intelligence, right? I love that with the throat chakra. More wisdom, focus, and intelligence, okay? Or surrendering to the divine, right? With trust here. The warrior within has great inner resourcefulness and determination. Yes, you do. In your quest for love, pile number one. Absolutely. Oh my God, we have Marry Me here. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, so for some of you guys, marriage definitely in your future. I also feel like some of you guys could have been with a spouse that was cheating on you, or a long-term connection that you found out was cheating on you, or that, you know, was doing something that was very close to cheating, okay? That would be almost like emotional cheating, but marry me here. So yeah, interesting. We have solitude. Wow. And this is coming out right under this free yourself card. So, you know, some of you guys in this pile, I feel you may have been married before, maybe when you were younger, okay? And you're like, you know, where did the time go? Or some of you guys, somebody asked you to, it's kind of that energy of almost being left at the altar. I feel a little bit here, pile number one, like somebody getting very close to you on a path towards marriage. And then you found something out, okay, that was very unsettling, and it changed your divine destiny. And you guys, some of you may have been kind of sitting on the sidelines, or taking some time to yourself, or spending some time alone, particularly with this Hermit here too. We have the Fool, okay? So some of you guys is coming out under deception and free yourself. So, you know, I feel like some of you guys are like, how can I be so stupid, you know? But you're not stupid, pile number one. You are not, all right? And, you know, you're intense and you're preparing for a new journey here. And if you've been withdrawn a little bit, especially when it comes to love, if you felt withdrawn, if you felt like you just need to pull back your energies, you know, there is something new here on the horizon. And I see this tiger climbing up his leg, and it's like, okay, the tiger has awoken. All right, the tiger is awakening. So eventually I feel like, you know, you guys will take the time necessary. You're going to reflect. You're going to kind of take some time away and just focus on reigniting your own flame within here. And when you're ready, you're going to reemerge. All right. And it's going to be good. We have the 8 of Swords here. So yeah, I mean, I feel like there was something that you did not know for when someone you were in a long-term relationship with, or someone who was going to propose to you. I feel like there was something that you guys did not know and you didn't understand about this person. And they may have been keeping you intentionally in the dark. We have Scorpio energy, and that's coming right out under the trust card here too. So something you weren't seeing. And then, you know, the mask came off and you saw the full truth, pile number 1. And I think this was a really good, you know, this situation, I feel like it was showing you to trust your instincts and to trust your analysis of a situation. And some of you guys may be like, but I thought I did, but then this happened. And you know, you do have a really good radar, pile number 1. You absolutely do. So I don't want to see you beating yourself up over that. Sometimes we just don't want to see things because, or we confuse ourselves, or we pull our own selves back because it's too painful to look at, okay? And Scorpionic energy, learning to trust again, pile number 1. We have Pluto, definitely. And look at, he's covered in ice. You've definitely been through some shit, pile number 1, when it comes to relationships, especially when it comes to trust, okay? Feeling like, you know, you can trust the person that you're with, that they are who they say they are. And, you know, if this relationship dissolved and you ended up on your own, even though you thought you were going to be together, it was a blessing, pile number 1. It was a blessing in disguise. And look at all your strength and fortitude here with Scorpio and Pluto, okay? Very strong, very deep person. As we said here, a true warrior will summon more of him or herself to the cause when faced with a challenge, okay? Definitely Scorpionic energy, slow and steady. As you're recovering from this experience, pile number 1, taking it real easy with yourself. Okay, the caterpillar didn't become a butterfly in, you know, 1 or 2 days, right? It takes some time. It takes some, you know, and I can see here she's got her hand over her heart space. And, you know, she's taking some deep breaths here, and she's really going slow and steady. And, you know, it's kind of like trusting yourself again. Because when these things happen, and when you think you have an amazing, wonderful connection with someone, and it turns out to be, you know, just booty, you know, I think you guys, it's like, there's a lot to process in that, isn't there? And there's, you know, there's the lies that we tell ourselves, and then the things that we really don't want to face, right? But you guys are kind of, you know, you're having to really face things here. And I feel like some of you guys are like, hey, I don't know, you know, I feel like I'm gonna be alone forever. All right, some of you guys may have had some very frustrating encounters. Slow and steady, easy does it, okay? Spark, here it is. We start off slow. We just tentatively put a foot or 2 out there, right? And then here it is, the spark, the grand symphony, all right? And number 34 here is important. So some of you could be 34 or around that age, or you're about to turn 34, or something significant is gonna happen at 34, all right? So, you know, it's like you had to kind of go through this to come out the end. You're changed, all right? With Scorpio and Pluto, you're never gonna be the same after this situation. but it's okay. It's okay, pile number one, okay? It really is, I promise you. Within the next few weeks, all right? So we can see within the next few weeks, and 12 could be 12 days, it could be 1 month, you know, but within the next few weeks, some big changes happening here. Trust, oh my God, we have trust, it came up twice. This situation is telling you to have trust and faith, okay? And look at this couple. Look at them here together underneath the Holy Spirit, underneath the guardian of spirit, okay? With the angels in the background, all right? And animals too. I feel like some of you in this pile, maybe you love animals. You're dear souls, pile number one. You really are. And I love that here you two are together in trust and in harmony. And this is going to happen for you. Spirit is guiding you, is healing your heart from this old connection, healing your third eye, healing your heart, and is holding space for a new connection to come through, for a new spark, pile number one, a new journey, the Fool, okay? The Nightingale spirit, love is all around you. I know sometimes it doesn't always feel that way, but yeah, and we have Wombat spirit, be at home. So love is all around you, even when you're just at home, chilling by yourself. And some of you guys have needed to have some solitude and some time and distance in between what happened before and what is going to happen going forward, okay? And be at home in your environment, feel safe. Feel love around you, okay? And trust, all right? Because as we said, when faced with a challenge, a true warrior will summon more of him or her to the cause, all right? And I don't feel like you're the ones to back away from a challenge. You guys have Scorpio and Pluto here, so yeah. But sometimes with that scorpionic energy, it's like when somebody ruins your trust, you know, that's kind of like, and I feel in manifesting your soulmate, this is kind of where you're going to be doing the groundwork, okay? So when it comes to pile number one, how is pile number one manifesting? We have Knight of Wands, okay? Now, I feel like as I was shuffling, I feel like some of you guys may have had a parent or an older brother or older sister, but I feel more like a parent that could have been irresponsible, all right? They you know, drank too much, or either they, you know, had other lovers, or they cheated on one of your other parents. I feel like, you know, you've seen this kind of energy before, and it's very disappointing to you, and you don't like it. Maybe you saw a friend go through it, okay? And the Knight of Wands here is this warrior, this summoning of the warrior to put more of ourselves into the cause and continue to put ourselves out there, all right? We have the Queen of Pentacles. I also feel like, you know, if you guys really look at some of your older connections, like the person that you were with might have been sexy, they might have been interesting, they might have been cool, they might have been funny, whatever. They might have been kind of a player underneath it all. But I feel like what you guys need is stability. You need someone who is going to be there for you, okay? Somebody who's financially, emotionally, physically, mentally stable, okay? And I mean, it doesn't hurt if they're good looking, right? It doesn't hurt. But I feel like some of you guys, you're learning it's the internal. With that Virgo energy, it's the internal that's more important, even more than looks here, all right? We have Six of Wands in my deck. This is this card of having big orgasms and enjoying yourself, okay? So there is a message here about, you know, regardless of whatever experiences you've had, pile number one, the core of you remains unchanged. It really does. You have a very strong core, solar plexus, okay? And the core of you is not going to waver. And actually, you're just getting stronger. And your capacity for love, for excitement, for joy is just growing every day, okay? So trust and believe. And some of you guys may be having a really spicy encounter here in the next few weeks with this Knight of Wands and Six of Wands showing up here. Some of you guys may be quite surprised with that. We have a Knight of Pentacles. Wow, so we have you guys may have a couple of suitors right now that are on your tail. I feel like we could have an earth sign and a fire sign here, but 2 knights. All right. The thing is that you guys are coming through as the Queen of Pentacles and being at home in yourself, being satisfied with yourself. I feel like sometimes you're like, yeah, I want someone, but I kind of like the flashy kind of energy, like Knight of Wands, you know, and should I go for someone who's a little bit more quote unquote boring, Natalie? I feel like you guys are saying, but you guys are like, but I like to have fun, you know? And it's like, yeah, I think, you know, finding someone who likes to have fun and who's exciting, but also has a lot of stability and likes to take things a little bit slower at times. This could be like a fire sign with like Taurus rising, or you know what I'm saying? This could be a fire and earth combo is kind of what you need, is what I feel. And I feel like you guys need somebody who smells really good, who has an amazing smile and always has a little twinkle in their eye. All right, that's that fire energy right there. Ooh, the Magician, nice. So what do you guys want? You know, you can order it on tap right now. It's like going into a brewery and there's like, you know, 200 different beers and you're like, damn, you know, what do I want, right? And I feel like, you know, you guys, you're a very solid person. You can take care of yourself. You're independent, Queen of Pentacles. And, you know, you can pretty much have what you want, especially within the next few weeks. So what do you want? You know, who do you want to meet? Start manifesting it, baby. And look at this. The Knight of Cups is on the bottom of the deck. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and see what else here. The only thing missing was the Knight of Swords. Let's see what else with love for, ooh, there's the King of Cups. All right, that's it. That's what you guys want. Yep, that's your happiness. That's your 10 of Cups on the bottom of the deck, okay? And, you know, you might have a couple of suitors, all right? One who's kind of flashy and outgoing and is quite sexual and is very confident, and another one who's very earthy, who likes being outdoors, maybe somebody who plays sports or like hiking, has curly hair, you know, always smells really good. I feel like this person, very attractive person too, a little bit more of a chill vibe than this fire sign. But what you guys are really manifesting here is this King of Cups, okay? And you may have 2 people that are kind of interested in you right now, or that are on your periphery, or you just went out with, or they've been emailing you, etc. You kind of put yourself out there a little bit, right? But I feel like long term, what really is going to make sense for you here is this King of Cups, because the King of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles, that's a really good combination. That is what you want to manifest here. And these other people, I feel, are just kind of stopovers to your ultimate destination, but it's slow and steady. I feel, you know, right now and probably in the most recent past, you know, things haven't been, you may have people that are interested, but you're not really loving. You know, you may love sex with this earth sign. It smells really good together. You guys may have some really good sex, but, you know, you're not really, your heart is, you know, you want to meet someone who's, that's a high level soulmate right there, okay? The Queen of Pentacles and the King of Cups, that's a high level soulmate. So that, you know, and it could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I mentioned breweries too, and this person looks like they could hang out in a brewery. It's like they have a beard, a mustache, long hair, longish hair. They're holding a cup here. It's like a merman or merwoman, okay? Nice, nice, nice. Okay, so we have 2 of Cups and we have 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is the high level soulmate. This is the energy, okay? It's like pinging off each other. It's like finishing each other's sentences. It's knowing what the other person is already thinking. It's like, whoa, you know, like it's almost like you guys are twins. It looks like they're twins here. For some of you that are looking for a same-sex connection, 2 women here coming through very strongly. Yeah, you know, a friendship, right? I feel like there's a friendship here. There's a love interest here. There could be a same-sex couple here too. but the energy just pings off of each other. And some of you could meet this person after work. So if you're invited out after work to go out with a friend or two, or go out with some people you work with and go out and have some fun, I wouldn't turn down the invitation. I would take it, pile number one, okay? Or if you meet this person out like playing games, or, you know, in those bars where people kind of play games or billiards, or, you know what I'm saying, pile number one? I feel like take the invitation, okay? Because you don't know what it's going to lead to. And, you know, you may meet someone that some of you, I feel like, are going to get set up on a blind date by someone you work with, okay? And I feel like if you know someone at work who knows a lot of people, and you like this person, and you have similar values to this person at work, I feel like, you know, ask this person, hey, do you have any single friends? We should all go out or something, right? Okay, and this higher level soulmate, Two of Cups, King of Cups, two peas in a pod here, okay? Yeah, and you know, you could very well be meeting this person in the next couple of weeks here with this within the few weeks card, okay? So, yeah, you know, you may have suitors here, but I feel like with the fire sign, you might have already slept with them, or that energy might already be on its way out the door. I feel like you could have met an earth sign or someone who's a little more chill that you may currently want to sleep with. But you guys, I feel like there's someone better here for you, your true soulmate, okay? And actually it may be a Scorpio, because death is on the bottom of the deck here, okay? And Scorpio and Pluto were all over this energy. And the King of Cups can for sure or for certain be a Scorpio. Okay, so yeah, interesting energy, pile number one. With the Queen of Pentacles, we could have a Taurus and a Scorpio. Opposite signs, but definitely understanding each other's journey, okay? So that is what I see for you when it comes to manifesting a higher level soulmate. And wouldn't you know, you guys got the Magician, which is a total manifestation card. Okay, so believe in it, trust in it, know that it's going to happen. Okay, pile number one, thank you so much, my loves. I hope you enjoyed the reading. And if you like this reading, give me a like, share, subscribe, or comment. Also, if you enjoyed the format of this reading, check out my other channel, Light of Ascension Tarot. And I just posted a Mercury retrograde reading on that channel, and the link to that channel is in my description box. Take care, everyone. Blessings on your journey. Okay, let's go ahead and get into pile number two. Let's do it. Let's clear the energy. All right, let's do it. Pile number two, welcome to your reading. You chose the orange tea light, and today's reading is called Tips for Manifesting Your Higher Level Soulmate. And I got this idea from a person that left a comment on one of my videos, a couple videos back, and wanted to know how to avoid, you know, karmic situations and how to manifest a higher level soulmate, okay? For those of you that want some direct tips on how to do this, like practical tips, I have some tips for you in the intro to this video. You can go ahead and watch those and get some direct tips there, okay? There's a timestamp to that below. And for those of you that enjoy this reading, please check out my new channel, Light of Ascension Tarot. There's a link to my new channel in the description box below, and we do more readings that are more like self-discovery, etc. on that channel, okay? But let's go ahead and get into it for my beautiful pile number twos. Spirits, angels, and guides, please connect me with the magnificent, loving, effervescent energy of my orange tea light pile number two people. Namaste. All right, pile number two. Less is more. Let's get into it. Seven of Cups is on the bottom of the deck. Less is more. So let's go ahead and see for manifestation for pile number two, for manifesting a higher level soulmate. Let's see what pile number two needs to work through here. Root chakra, okay? So feeling safe, feeling grounded, feeling certain, taking care of all of your financial, monetary, career responsibility. I mean, not everyone has a career, not everybody wants one, right? But making sure that you're taking care of, numero uno first, right? Some of you guys may have had a lot of responsibilities or grown up with a lot of responsibilities, or you have a lot of responsibilities right now. And the root chakra has to do with how we are based in the world, okay? It's also, our baser kind of sexuality too, that and the sacral chakra. So, sacral chakra is more like intimacy, but this is talking about making sure that you're good and settled and confident in the world, just on your own before anybody else kind of comes in. So this is something that Spirit wants for you here. Yeah, we have 8 of Cups. So I feel like, there may have been people that made you some promises, made you think that the relationship was going to continue on or be more, or kind of got you wrapped up in their fairy tale. Or maybe we're like, we'll be together again. And if, if we don't have partners someday, then, we'll be with each other. Did any of you make a pact like that? I made a pact like that once a long time ago. Fated relationships, 8 of Cups, having to let go, that type of an energy, okay? I also feel it's kind of like Beauty and the Beast here a little bit. And, sometimes you guys may have even broken people's hearts as well. Been like, somebody really into you. It seems like the people that are into you, you're not as into them. But the people that you're into, maybe they're not as into you, right? And this has a lot to do with timing and, getting into things and getting out of things and making sure that it's not completely rocking your world, which I talked about in my intro too, about kind of maintaining your foundation through this energy of exploring connections, okay? Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Oh my God. I just talked about timing, didn't I? Right? And I feel like Spirit's like, you got some stuff to do beforehand as far as taking care of your own, house, taking care of your own, security, taking care of the things that are important to you. And the right person, the timing is going to be right. It's going to feel more natural here than it has in the past. Chemistry. I feel like I touched on that. I said it's like the people you want kind of walk away or leave, and the people that want you, you don't have chemistry with them or you're not into it, okay? And it's very frustrating. And let me just say, this is something I didn't mention in my intro, but let me just say that, a soulmate doesn't come around every other Tuesday. And I know I would get like that during certain phases of my life where I would want a relationship. I'd kind of be sick of being alone. And I'd be like, I really want to find someone. And I really kind of want to find someone cool to be with. And I feel like as human beings, we're kind of wired into that, right? But, it was like off. It was like they wanted me, I didn't want them. It was this kind of energy, okay? Chemistry. And we have children. And that's interesting because when I was thinking about this base chakra, I was thinking maybe some of you here have young children, or you had to be, very responsible from a very early age, or you were very parentified as a child, or you want to have children someday. And so it can feel sometimes like time is running out. With the base chakra, it's like, okay, let's understand what our priorities are, what is important to us, and what we want to lay the foundation with before we go out there and find somebody, right? And I think that was kind of my issue when I was younger too, is, I wanted to be in a relationship, but I didn't really want to have kids. But sometimes I felt like, okay, maybe I possibly could, but mostly I was a no. So it was just this kind of churn going on here. It says your love life is being affected by children. So some of you guys may, have young children that need a lot right now. You may have a lot of pets. You may have nieces and nephews that really need you right now, but children are somehow affecting your love life. We have, I love this card. We have the Spirit of Isis. Beloved initiate, there are times to surrender and let go, but there are never times to give up. Persist with bold faith and inspired action until the impossible happens. Isis has the spirit of triumph and will never fail in her quest, no matter how bold or how impossible it seems. Let her inspire you. Believe. Okay, when I think of Isis energy, it's this energy of rebirth, and I always think of the saying, she shall persist. Okay, so yeah, you've got that spirit of Isis in you. You're not going to give up, pile number 2, even when the chips are down. Sorry, I don't want to hear it. Okay, do some of you have teenagers, or do you have an attitude? I feel like pile number 2, okay, but I also feel this is coming out underneath this 8 of Cups. And, you know, you guys have had some people in your life who are like, yeah, I want to be with you, baby, or what's up, mama or papa, right? And you guys are like, sorry, don't want to hear it. You're not the one. You're not the one for me, right? That song, Black Horse in a Cherry Tree by KT Tunstall. You're not the one for me. Woohoo, right? I don't know if you guys remember that song from the 2000s, earlier 2000s, but interesting song, okay? Married or taken man. Interesting, pile number 2. Okay, now, do you have a tendency of going after people that are unavailable, emotionally unavailable, actually unavailable, and the people that want you, do you feel like you don't really want them? Okay, I'm harping on that a lot here because there is something coming through here about emotional unavailability, okay? And sometimes when we find ourselves in those patterns, it's because we don't know sometimes what we want, and we're kind of in that pattern giving out that energy too, okay? And I know because I've been there, all right? But yeah, and some of you guys feel like, you know, your person is with someone else, and eventually they're going to leave this connection and they're going to be with you, all right? And you may be holding out for that. And interesting energy. We have 8 of Wands, and this is coming out under the chemistry card. I'm also feeling Sagittarius energy here. And it's like, pow, look at this chemistry. It's off the fucking charts. But it's Mercury in Sagittarius, which Mercury is in its fall in Sagittarius. And yeah, and you know, it's like, yeah, it's like the energy is going crazy here and it's real hot and sexy. But what about the morning after? What about the day after? What about what comes next, right? And I think, you know, it's kind of sometimes you living in the moment or you living for the moment and maybe being a little bit impatient at times, all right? Wanting what you want when you want it type of thing. Pile number 2, we have the 8 of Cups. Okay, it came up twice. And, you know, this, for some of you, this is just for a select few of you, but some of you could be interested in someone who has children with someone else and is in the process of separating or is telling you that they're separating and to be with you, okay? And I just want to say, maybe you don't want to hear it. Sorry, I don't want to hear it. But this connection, I feel like pile number 2 is, you know, it's challenging you a little bit here. It is challenging you, especially if you're younger. This person's older and they have children. And I feel like, you know, it's challenging energy for you here. And some of you guys may be waiting quite a while if you feel like for this connection, okay? That's just for a few of you here, and I have to say that. But this is about making decisions that support you, pile number 2. And I don't want to judge I'm not trying to judge anybody or their choices or how they're doing things in their life. But, you know, some of you guys here with this sorry, don't want to hear it, kind of need to listen maybe a little bit. Okay, pile number 2, we have Aquarius, all right? Some of you guys may be involved with somebody that's older than you that has children. Their life is a lot more complicated maybe than your life. And there's intense chemistry there, and it's very sexual in nature, but they have a lot of other stuff going on, so you're in this cycle of kind of waiting for it, okay? And we have Aquarius energy here too. So, you know, I feel like some of the relationships that you guys get into are different or unique. They're not like the normal structure of relationships that people get into. And your friends, your family, people like that may be like, hey, what are you doing? You know, they may wonder. We have the moon. All right. Again, with children and the moon. Somebody here could be a mother or a father. But we have Cancer and Aquarius energy. here as well with the moon and Aquarius. And somebody here being very family oriented and the other person being a little more like maybe younger or not as connected to that narrative yet, or just seeing themselves in a different light or as a different person. I know sometimes there are, like, I can think of people I've met where they're with a guy, the guy is like 29 and the woman's like 40, okay? So, you know, whatever you got going on, pile number 2, but you know, somebody here is kind of like a mommy kind of a thing here with children and the moon. We have encouragement. So as far as, you know, manifesting a higher level soulmate, again, it's this energy of someone coming in and saying, hey, what's up? And you kind of pulling back. I feel like sometimes you guys just, your feelings, you may have moon in Aquarius. Sometimes in your feeling space, you guys just get a little bit indifferent at times, okay? Like, you know, you're really into someone, the chemistry is popping, you understand that there are, then you start realizing the reality of what the situation is, and you're like, fuck, I don't know, you know? And sometimes it results in kind of an indifference, I feel like here. And we have number 10 with rock bottom, okay? And that's coming out underneath this 8 of Cups in children. So that may be the moment, card number 10, that reality hits and it's like, fuck, you know, this would be my life, right? So I think, you know, figuring out what you want your life to kind of be like on a day-to-day basis and what makes sense to you. And some of you guys feeling kind of indifferent at times towards love as well, okay? Or just feeling kind of disconnected, not really wanting to, you know, and I think working through some of those patterns in yourself, or what's going to help here, if you believe, okay? If you believe, and we have the situation will improve. And yeah, so the situation is telling you, you know, real love, real connection, divine timing is worth waiting for, okay? The situation will improve. So you might already be in a situation right now that feels, you know, that feels a little bit tough, or that has been rough, or you've been waiting for someone and they've been telling you, yes, I want to be with you. And at times, maybe you've been indifferent about that, okay? And it says here, this situation will improve if you believe. And this kind of energy of, sorry, I don't want to hear it, kind of being disconnected. We could have Aquarius and Pisces energy here too, but interesting, okay? We have starfish spirit, open to infinite possibility, okay? So staying open, staying encouraged about your life. And, you know, reality, it is what it is with this rock bottom here in this 8 of Cups. But, you know, keeping your optimism, the situation will improve if you believe, okay? And just be open to the possibilities of what love can bring you, okay? Try not to lock yourself into any situation right now, all right? Pile number 2. But let's go ahead and see tips for manifesting a higher level soulmate for pile number 2. I feel like some of you think you're kind of with your soulmate, or you're pursuing that already. We have the Princess of Cups. Yeah, I feel like some of you guys are like, Natalie, ta-da, I'm already with someone that, you know, I feel like is, and some of you guys are like, it's young love, or if I believe, and wish upon a shooting star, right? And I'm already kind of with the person that I want to be with. Some of you guys may feel that way, but we have the Tower here, okay? So again, it's this sense of, you know, kind of having, it's like being open to infinite possibilities here, pile number 2, but without, we don't want to avoid reality, okay? We don't want to look at everything with rose-colored glasses and refuse to see any of the issues or problems that could come up in this connection. We don't want to become obsessed with it, but we also don't want to ignore it either and then be completely taken by surprise when something ends, or, you know, something very shocking or surprising happens, all right? And I feel like some of you guys are like, yeah, that's what happens to me, is I get really like into something, I'm like, wow, this is so cool, and then boom, the tower hits. And I'm like, what the fuck, right? And it's such a stark contrast is what I feel like, right? And under this tower is the situation will improve. But at the time, I think it feels very dire. You know, when these things happen, pile number 2, it feels very dire to you. Here's the King of Wands. So, you know, it's hard to maintain an unshakable exterior and hold on to your confidence and, you know, all of that when all this shit is going on, all right? And it's nice to have a partner in this life. It really is, because life is very unexpected and we don't know where things are going to take us, right? And I feel like some of you guys were naively kind of getting into situations. Big shit happened, hard things happened, but the situation improves because out of these experiences, you become stronger, wiser, bolder, okay? There's an energy here of boldness as well. And it talked about that in your Spirit of Isis card here, taking inspired action until the impossible happens. Isis has the spirit of triumph and will never fail in her quest, no matter how bold or impossible it seems, all right? So again, with this Princess of Cups, the Tower, and the King of Wands, all right, talk about manifesting a higher level soulmate here. I just got the word uncomfortable truths with the Tower and hitting rock bottom and seeing reality for what it is. I feel like, you know, some of you guys definitely go through that. But I also feel you guys are, some of you guys may be kind of happy with where you are here too with this 9 of Cups. Like on one hand, you're like, I do feel kind of happy with where I'm at, okay? We have 6 of Swords here. Let's see what else is coming up for pile number 2. Ooh, 8 of Pentacles, 5 of Wands, okay, and the 7 of Wands. So, I mean, what's interesting about this is it's kind of what's going on underneath the surface. I feel like there's a lot of chemistry and passion, the Tower, very orgasmic, kind of bursting out energy with this person. There is love here with this Princess of Cups. You guys probably have a lot of fun together here with the 9 of Cups and the King of Wands. There's, you know, this person may have a lot of pride at times, and you know, it might be the one that, you know, you are the one kind of saying sorry a lot, or you're the one that's kind of trying to mend fences at times. All right, but I feel like with this 5 of Wands and 7 of Wands here, again, look at this exploding volcano in the background with the 5 of Wands here. Somebody could have a temper, I also feel like, all right? And in the most benign situations when you're least expecting it, I feel like for some of you, this person could have a temper, even when, you know, it's something like some daily activity, or, you know, something about their work or about their children or something that sets them off. I feel like this person can have a temper at times. And some of you guys might be like, well, you know, what the heck happened here? Okay. And, you know, or someone also too, I feel like someone could have kicked you guys out of the house or did that to you in the past, or you had to kick someone out of your house. Okay. And I feel like, you know, you guys, like, it's almost like you had to gather up your things. You had to gather up your pride. And I feel like some of you guys had to be the bigger person here. Very much Leo energy here coming through. Like you had to kind of gather up your courage, your boldness, your pride, and kind of be the first one to reach out here. And, you know, and I feel like when the times get really tough with the Tower here, you guys still hang in there and you still work on things and you still hold space for things to shift, okay? And with the 6 of Swords here, I do feel like, you know, even if you are very optimistic and kind of pie in the sky, wow, look at this, right? That I do feel that you're analytical. I do feel you think about things. And when you're alone, I can see you guys sort of detaching and with that Aquarius energy, sort of detaching your emotions and just 1, 2, 3 going about your daily business. Now, you know, only you can be the judge if this person in your life is a higher level soulmate or not. Like, you're the judge and jury on this one, pile number 2, okay? And, you know, if this relationship is to achieve its full potential, let's see, what needs to happen here, Spirit? What needs to happen? We have 5 of Cups. So if there's been arguments, if there's been resentments, if there's been a lot of water under the bridge, you know, forgiveness. Forgiveness is definitely going to have to happen here. 2 of Wands, all right, being bold, taking bold action, not continuing to hang back when things get tough. And I feel you guys don't. I feel you guys step up to the plate. 3 of Pentacles. I mean, you have to be willing to try something new and work on it together and go through those unpleasant moments together, okay? And, you know, for those of you that are in a connection or you've been in and out of a connection, I feel like those are the recipe of the things that both people need to be doing, okay? It can't be just one person MVPing this thing and carrying it to the finish line, all right? Because it's not your responsibility to kind of do all of that, all right? Pile number 2. So is there a higher level soulmate for pile number 2? Out there, Spirit, is there a higher level 10 of Swords, okay? Is there a higher level soulmate out there? We have Justice. I feel like some of you guys are like, no, you know, Queen of Cups. All right. I feel like some of you guys don't want to hear it. I gotta be honest. We have the sorry, don't want to hear it card that came up earlier. It's right here. With this 10 of Swords, I think you guys are like, don't tell me there's someone better out there for me, Natalie. I don't really want to hear it. I really like this person. I'm really into them. And I don't want to give up yet. Even though the signs may say at times, pull back your energy, you know, dial it back. Like, the other person needs to meet you halfway. They got to be willing to do the work too. I feel like, you know, you guys like don't really want to hear it with the 10 of Swords here. You're like, I don't want to hear it, Natalie. But, you know, when we have Justice, there's an element, there's a question about balance here. And if you two are at the same place in life, and if you can help balance each other out in a way that is healthy, okay? If it's not healthy and one person is doing all the work and shouldering the emotional responsibility here and dealing with all the energies, that's not a higher level soulmate situation, okay? So with Justice, it's like radical honesty, right? Facing the truth, radical honesty, and, you know, hearing some things you may not want to hear, pile number 2. Now, I'm going to say, I think there is a higher level soulmate out there for you. Now, could it be that this person just needs to grow up a little bit more, and then in that position, they would be King of Wands, Queen of Cups, would be able to be in a soulmate connection with you? Yeah, you know, growing up, passing the test of time. I talked about that in my intro here. But, you know, as this person is right now, I feel like pile number 2, I mean, I can see why you guys have a connection. I can see why you care. I can see why this connection feels important to you, pile number 2. But I have to say here with this Queen of Cups, I feel like as you grow, as you become clearer, as you see the truth, I feel like some of you guys are going to kind of possibly evolve out of this connection, okay? And you're going to kind of want to be with someone with a little more maturity or a little more emotional maturity at times, or you're just more wise about things. You're not as, oh, wow, look at this, right? Like, you're more wise, and you see the truth, and you actually, you know, before you didn't really want to listen, you didn't really maybe want to hear it. And I feel like, you know, in the future, you're going to be able to hear and understand, okay? And yeah, so I do feel like you guys are going to change eventually, or you're going to go through your own processes here, and it may be the Lovers. Yep, that's the confirmation I was looking for, okay? And there's another page of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck here. So, you know, it's been a learning experience, but with the Lovers, I do feel there is a higher level soulmate out there for you. Either it's you and this person growing up together and learning to understand each other better, or it's, you know, someone entirely new here, okay? And so either this relationship evolves, worth waiting for, and it grows, or there is something better for you, okay? Pile number 2. So, wow, interesting energy, very interesting energy. If that didn't resonate for you or didn't make sense to you at all, check out one of the other piles, because I feel like we got pretty specific there with your pile. For those of you, if you enjoyed the reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Leave me a comment, and also let me know how you felt about the reading. And finally, if you want to follow me on my new channel, Light of Ascension Tarot, there's a link in my description box to check me out on my new channel. So thank you, pile number 2, and let's go ahead and get into pile number 3. Let's do it. Okay. Take a little drink of water. Clear the energy. Whew. All right, let's do it. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. You chose the white tea light. Already at the start of your reading, I'm getting the name Missy or the M names, okay? So let's go Missy, Melissa. The M names could be a mother, a cousin, your name, an auntie, a friend, etc. But that's what I'm getting, the M names. So let's go ahead and get into it. Pile number 3. Today's reading is called Tips for Manifesting a Higher Level Soulmate. Okay, pile number 3. So let's go ahead. And for those of you that haven't checked out the beginning of this video, I have a bunch of kind of practical tips on how to manifest your higher level soulmate. But we're going to get into your specific energy now. And for those of you that haven't checked out my new channel, Light of Ascension Tarot, there's a link in my description below to check out my new channel. Ooh, this is gonna be good. Let's get into it. Spirits, angels, and guides for my beautiful pile number 3s. Please connect me to their energy. Yay! Feel like I'm a cheerleader over here, pile number 3, okay? So let's go ahead and see it. Did you guys ever see that movie, But I'm a Cheerleader? It's with Natasha Lyonne in it. It's an old school movie, but it's an LGBTQ movie. I love it. It's so cool, okay? But let's go ahead and get into it for my beautiful pile number 3s. We have a third eye chakra. All right, could have my psychics here in pile number 3. And if so, I welcome you in, and your intuition holds the answers. Pile number 3. Ooh, the sun. Nice, getting naked underneath the beautiful sunlight and holding each other close, right? I'm feeling it. Reconciliation, okay? Someone from your past is returning to your life. Interesting. Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Okay, let's see what else we have. Love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Yeah, with the sun energy, we can talk about Leo energy. We can talk about respecting ourselves, loving ourselves, letting ourselves be seen, letting ourselves shine. Okay, we have engagement here as well. So some of you guys may be, you know, getting married in the future, getting that engagement ring in the future, I feel like here, or getting proposed to in the future. And with reconciliation, it may mean someone from your past in this lifetime, but it might be somebody from a past life, particularly with this third eye chakra here too. And this intuitive knowing of, hey, I've known you before, or you're so familiar to me, okay? So reconciliation doesn't have to be like your ex returning, but it can genuinely be a connection that just feels so like, you know, deja vu, like, whoa, okay, wow, right? Like that kind of energy towards someone. We have magic and ritual. Effect in the external world can be created through inner practice. heart-centered ritual can support your inner path in the physical world. You are encouraged to enhance your power with regular practice as you grow in grace, love, and ability and wisdom, applying your inner beauty to transform your outer world. Oh my God, look at the photo too. Look at the card. Look at this picture. It's of goddess Isis, and you can see her. She's like in the inward journey there, but she's applying her inner beauty to transform her outer world. All right. In the sun, radiant love and beauty. Pile number 3, make a move. All right. The sun is also confidence too. So it's time to make a move when your intuition is telling you, hey, like, you know, reach out to this person. There's something familiar about them. I'd like to get to know them, right? Make that move, baby. We have revengeful, all right, and reconciliation. So some of you guys, I feel like, could be worried, like, Natalie, is this an ex? You know, if they came back, like this asshole or whatever, this jerk, this whoever that came, if they come back into my life, like, you know, I've always wanted this, right? Like I was rubbing my hands together at the start of your reading here. This is going to be good, right? Some of you guys may know that an ex or somebody wants to return to you, but I've just got to say it's not really worth it, okay? It's not really worth your attention. And yeah, it may give you an ego boost. Yeah, you might be like, haha, asshole. And believe me, I have some assholes in my own life that I've dated that if they came back to me, I'd probably feel like rubbing it in their face too, okay? So I know how you feel, pile number 3, but you know, I also just feel like you don't really need to be brought back into that energy, okay? Because yeah, look at what's coming for you is the 2 of Cups. So if there's any kind of bitterness or resentment or feelings, anger that you're holding on to, Spirit is saying work to move that energy, all right? If somebody you feel like was very strategic with you, or kind of you feel like even they could have played you for a fool, fucking congratulations to you, pile number 3, because you know your prize at the end of the rainbow here is the 2 of fucking Cups. So, and that's coming out under engagement. So you guys are going to have love. You are going to have commitment that you can cherish, you know, and I don't even think, you know, this person, they maybe think they got one over on you, or you feel like they did. F it, you know, like it's not even worth it. Okay. Ooh, we have the 3 of Cups, beautiful energy. We have the 2 of Cups and the 3 of Cups. So your inner beauty, right? And I feel like this person that you were with in your past maybe made you feel like your inner beauty, like they could have made you so angry or so upset, or you might have even suppressed these feelings and, you know, just recently realized that, oh my God, like I am still mad at this person, or I'm still holding on to this, okay? And, you know, I feel like some of you guys feel like that this person that you were with, or some people you've been with in your past, have kind of at times have taken you from this beautiful kind of innocence, this inner beauty, okay? This 2 of Cups and 3 of Cups, this sense of love and celebration, okay? And or took your innocence in a way, I feel, pile number 3. And, you know, fuck those people is all I have to say, okay? And I understand if you want to take some revenge on people. I mean, I felt the energy too. Or if there was someone from your past that was trying to take revenge on you, all right? But I just want you to know that, like, 2 of Cups, 3 of Cups, you're going to be good, okay? You don't even have to worry about that. We have Leo, interesting, with the Sun card here. All right, so this also reminds me of the Strength card, and I see this lion here as your guardian, and I see you being with someone who is very proud to be with you, very proud of the person that you are, proud when you tell them about your history. Some of you guys may have some pretty painful histories when it comes to, you know, relationships or people coming in and out of your life or people that have hurt you. I feel like this person that you're going to be with is going to be like really in your corner and very proud of you, pile number 3. I also feel like some of you have a father who is very proud of you. And if they're still not on this planet, believe me, they will astrally kick anyone's ass who tries to harm or hurt you. Okay, pile number 3. And I just have to say that, or you had a grandfather or some masculine figure in your life, but definitely protective energy. We have Capricorn. You know, Leo and Capricorn is a pretty good connection. And we can't just go based on sun signs, but I mean, I've observed a lot of Leo. My sister's a Capricorn. Her husband's a Leo. She had a husband before that who also was a Leo. And, you know, and her husband now is a Leo. So 2 Leos, right? The first Leo, I'm telling you guys, maybe this applies to you. The first Leo that she was with was really spicy, really fun, but could really get, you know, out of control at times, and really had this kind of revengeful energy, or could just really kind of take her down to a very dark place at times. And, you know, the person that she's with now is phenomenal. Like, he's an amazing father. You know, he's so nurturing and loving. I feel like he is a Leo, but I feel like he must have a lot of Cancer in his chart. I haven't seen his chart, but you know, it's that Leo Capricorn energy, and she's a Capricorn, and her daughter, who's 1 year old, is a Capricorn, and she's got, you know, another on the way who's also going to be a Capricorn. So lots of Leos and Capricorns here. We have Metamorphosis, all right? And I feel like you guys have been changing over time, right? And even if you hope for a reconciliation just so you could kind of rub someone's face in it, or just you could be like, how could you do this to me? You know, or really call this person out for their behavior. I feel like a lot of you guys are kind of, it's like you're more focused on love now. You're more focused on, you know, rebuilding your life. And, you know, that same old devil ain't got a hold on you. Pile number 3 is what I feel like. Dragon's Lair. All right. So talking about, you know, you might have been with somebody who is very materialistic, or somebody who, you know, used money as a way to control you. Okay. Somebody who could be selfish at times here, I feel, all right, or somebody who just had different priorities in life than you. And I feel like, you know, we have improving health here. So definitely, if you guys have been struggling with health issues and you feel very drugged down and you haven't been having fun and you can't really, you know, it's been like, I know things are shifting and changing, but I'm just not sure. Take heed. We have improving health here. And we have there's something better. I love it. I love it. Right? If my sister could have known, I give you this example. The guy she was dating before she met her current husband, total dick bag. Okay? Total dick bag. Different guy. Anyway, yeah. And I'm so glad she ended up with the person that she's with. There is something better. Okay? And I feel there is something better for you guys. Yeah, Seahorse Spirit, watch and wait, okay? Watch and wait, baby. Watch and wait. It's coming. There's something better. And things are improving, all right? Your own health, your own strength. I feel like with this Leo card, it's like the strength card in the tarot. The sun, improving your health, improving your vitality. All right, some of you guys are going to get married again with this engagement card. I was talking about my sister and the Leos in her life, okay? So, yeah, and I feel like you guys are leaving behind, you know, a sense of lack, a sense of coldness, or being on your own and not having a person in your life that really supports you. I feel like you guys are moving beyond that here, okay? And yeah, there's the 10 of Cups. There's something better, okay? There's the 9 of Pentacles, pile number 3, okay? When you least expect it, you know, here it comes. Here it comes. Some of you that want to have a family too, or you want to have kids in the future, yeah, I can see all that happening for you. We have the Page of Wands. So Spirit is saying, you know, take the first step. Take the very first step. We have, you know, magic and ritual here. Heart-centered ritual can support your inner path in the physical world. Page of Wands, heart-centered ritual. One step at a time, one day at a time. This is really like innocent energy, I feel, with the 9 of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. This is also, you know, taking care of your own garden. taking care of your own everyday life tasks, all right? And then leaving some left over for your creativity and, you know, romance or a spark or putting yourself out there, okay? And as Cher would say, do you believe in life after love? I can feel something inside myself. I really don't think you're strong enough. Do you believe in life after love, right? And with this Leo here, the Strength card, yeah, definitely. Hold on for one more day. Wilson Phillips, pile number 3. All right, we have the 6 of Pentacles. Spirit is bringing you a gift. Everything is going to be balanced out. And if you just hold on for one more day, I feel like your fairy godmother is showing up here. And she's like, bitch, I don't want to hear any, you know, I don't want to hear any back talk from you. I'm bringing you something better. I need you to take your gaze to the horizon. I need you to stay busy with your projects. I need you to feel inspired, and I need you to have some faith because I'm your fairy godmother and I'm bringing you the goods. And this came out on engagement. Look at someone on their knee, someone with a box with a bow on it. Yep, the High Priestess. You knew it would come, didn't you? For you guys, I feel it's about loving yourself, okay? It's about loving yourself. It's about timing. It's about letting go of the past and, you know, loving yourself, all right? So, yeah, self-respect, the High Priestess here. And I feel like one thing I want to say to you, pile number 3, is don't judge yourself for your past either. Don't judge yourself harshly. Don't, you know, you knew what you knew when you knew it, and you made the best decisions you could at the time that you did, all right? And now is the time, seahorse spirit, watch and wait. Do you know that the male seahorses are actually the ones that have the babies? Anyway, we have judgment here, and yeah, so I feel like this is a round of applause for you. It's like, thank you. It's like your higher self is like, thank you for waking up. Thank you for agreeing to be here. Thank you for being willing to go through this, okay? And judgment, sometimes it stings and it's like a fire and we can't avoid it, but it comes in to clear out the things that have been holding us back because there is something better, all right? Judgment clears out stagnation as well. It's a Pluto card, so it's deep change, it's lasting change. It's not like the Tower in the sense that the Tower is an automatic shift. Judgment is a longer shift, but it does incinerate everything in its path, and sometimes it's like that very long transit. It's like all the Capricorns over the last, 8 years who've been having Pluto transits. If you were a Capricorn, Pluto was going through your chart, baby. So yeah, to remove any stagnation, we have the King of Swords. So, and I feel like if there's anybody that, there might be somebody from your past, pile number 3, that's like, oh yeah, like, have you really changed, really? Or kind of challenges you on that. Or is like, I'll see it when I believe it, or has some kind of a negative thing to say about what you're doing and how you're living your life now. I just have to say, pile number 3, fuck that. You're coming through as the King of Swords. And you're coming through, you're more determined than ever, and you've got a clear head and a clear conscience, okay? You don't have any karma left in this situation. You burned that off a long time ago, and you can move forward with a clear conscience. And look at this, there's your higher level soulmate, there's your 2 of Cups, okay? And it's coming right out underneath this engagement card and the 6 of Pentacles. So yeah, as soon as you feel it within you, you've got a clear conscience, a clear mind, you're letting the changes sweep through your life, you're being productive, you're feeling inspired, all right? And you're loving yourself. This is when the energy comes in. And for you guys, in my, like general tips at the beginning, I talked about the steps that you can take to get yourself ready for a higher level soulmate. And for you guys, I feel you have a lot of the right pieces here. It's more like the metamorphosis. It's the changes that's happening within you, okay? It's coming out of hiding, Dragon's Lair, and showing yourself. It's, being open to discovery again. 3 of Wands, okay? It's the inner spiritual work that I feel is really going to get you guys there in pile number 3, because I do feel that everything else is lining up for you, okay? And that's why we have magic and ritual here. And I feel like you guys have overcome a lot in pile number 3. So now it's just about, continuing on with your inner work and getting through any last bits of challenging pieces that you're working on changing, getting through that stagnation and breaking free with a totally clear and clean conscience. And you have every right to that, pile number 3, because you have been doing the work. I just want you to know that, okay? So thank you so much, pile number 3. I hope you enjoyed your reading, my loves. Please like, share, and subscribe. Leave me a comment if the reading resonated. And join me on my new channel, not Power Moon Tarot, Light of Ascension Tarot. And there's a link to my new channel in the description box. If you enjoyed this reading and you found it helpful, then check out my new channel. I just posted a Mercury retrograde reading, okay? So thank you so much, pile number 3, and blessings on your journey. Take care.